And do that for He. They trying to make Zendaya that so they can bring about a great cataclysm. That's why I wanted to her remote so I can get all my shit, my child consciousness from her back in that time. Anyways, I saw when I got taken out, and I tried to put myself in, that big bald-headed motherfucker was blocking me. That shit's real. I remember the day when my roommate I got into it with Melva. It's an odd name for a black woman. That's an Eastern European name. I remember when we got into it. I hope no evil shit is coming in. And fucking shit up. I had my past life answer. But I remember she shot up out of bed and said, you died in your sleep the next day. I had an Indian shopkeeper. I have nothing but the utmost reverence and respect for I see them as aliens just like with the Cometians, but for their gods. Kali, Humanum, I fucked with. I have very positive memories. That's enough to make me want to fucking cry dealing with them. He told me he got a call from somebody sounding through static, which is a sign of a ghost, saying they need help. So my soul consciousness is still at the manor. The first homeless shelter I stayed at when all this happened. To know you got soul swapped and to know you can never go back to normal with this shit. The injustice of it. It kills me, and then this bitch trying to unjustly pull me into hell realms, get other motherfuckers to pull me into hell realms, other wetbacks. And set it up to where I ain't got no fucking help. That's why I stopped doing videos. I'm exacerbated because I was told, yeah, do one so that you can get help. I was like, I'm powerful. I'm broken. My spirit body is broken. I know some of you dumb motherfuckers can't see it. I'm fucked up. But I'm not out. I never give up. I don't do that. I got all this evil ass shit. I think she took over my Jehoshaphat. Now the minute I say there's something going to ride. That's why I didn't want to do any videos today. That's why I wanted to keep it on the hush. I'm going to go play one of them fucking frequencies. There's also one that can fuck them up if I have any problems with them. Fuck up their consciousness, every fucking thing. I should have just lied in bed, not listening to this shit, not entertaining these motherfuckers. They came very, very close early this morning to getting rid of them. All this is very, very unnecessary. You know, I preach on YouTube frequency, the use of frequency in crystals. I plan on getting a crystal ball and, using frequencies to play around with that. But I heard David Rayner or something going to get credit in that timeline. It's the injustice of it. I'm spilling the beans. I'm just tired of it. I know I'm not in the right reality. I know I'm in this hell realm, but I know shit ain't fucking right. It's too much evidence, and I don't want to fucking, what they call that word, meander on this shit. All this fear shit. You gotta And then here, the threat is real with her. But it's simple. All this confusion. You can't be stuck in your mind with shit like this. I refuse it. I was told I was almost taken over by some motherfuckers this weekend, and then I was able to come out. I'm tired of it. Oh, this entity attachment. Should never got this fucking bad. It's the highest selves that's the fucking problem. In that timeline. I'm speaking my piece. My parents ain't strong because they died. I saw them, and mom's in the hell realm where she's constantly being eviscerated. So the same thing with my father. And I'm made to feel helpless. I'm still in the physical body no matter what this shit says. And I can still do something about it. And all of it, oh, you know, I don't want no crazy shit. I don't want this evil ass wetback motherfucker going over there fucking with him. Heard a bitch like a lot of them is a psychopath. Very bloodthirsty. Don't have any respect for me because I don't stand up to... What you mean stand up? I look schizophrenic doing all this shit. Yeah, it's part of my yummy, but can't be doing that shit out. But my spirit team's so fucked up. Let me tell you how fucked up they are. Remember Archangel Michael? After hearing about these nigga bitches here, I seen them in my timelines taking a lot of my shit. With help from her. So those, with that being said, after hearing about how a lot of them got, you know, first off, I heard I was set up as a sacrifice by Baron Samedi. I kept hearing that over and over again back in 2018, 2016, when the curse first befell me. It was a group of wetbacks, it was a janitor and all of that. It's people that were profiting off of, see, in the spirit plane, they do something where when you get cursed on them, motherfucker, they enhance your blessings so people will partake in stealing from them. They make it conducive and attractive for people to steal from them. That's why I'm doing shit for them. With that being said, I didn't see exactly what the fuck they were talking about. I was totally blinded. Having these motherfuckers steal my shit, and then it's supposed to be happening now. Trying to do no dissension shit. It's not even about people are nice. I don't have a problem off the bat. I shouldn't be in tune with people's higher to higher selves. That's for my higher to higher selves to be doing. If there's a break-in, play frequency, you use this frankincense and myrrh, get rid of Santa Muerte, rag tourmaline, another frequency that gets rid of her. With that being said, when I was hearing about all these motherfuckers partaking, I'm feeling shit, move shit around and all of that right now. Archangel Michael, while I'm struggling, barely have a dime to my fucking name, tells me to stop in the middle of South Central when I was walking up Fig. I was going to my favorite old block spot where people, sex work, it used to be one. Everybody was nice. It was the last place where I was alive before May the 1st, 2024. Now I'm living in other people's consciousness. That's what I've seen in the spirit plane. Not in my body. They keep moving me out. Santa Muerte and shit. With that being said, we're trying to do something about it. Anyways, with that being said, with this shit, I'm feeling shit. With that being said, he told me to stop in the middle of the fucking street. Fucking traffic. Not for me to get hit by a car. So he can do spiritual battle and warfare with some motherfuckers. These motherfuckers be jumping into the timelines of Madonna Ciccione, who I saw had me as a sacrifice. I just feel like this gets on my fucking nerves, or having all of this shit. And this is not hard to fucking deal with. But I'm being made to be schizophrenic and go through unnecessary hell just to have astral body parts put. This is ridiculous and confusion. They're confusing when they get fucked up. I don't have time for it. You walk your spirit. No, I don't. Consciousness ain't supposed to work like that. You're supposed to have a chain of command where you have your higher to higher selves and they go to bat for you against other people's higher to higher selves. I shouldn't have to interact with them direct, which is where I'm at. And that's the problem. That's where they got my incarnated God. I can't say that because I don't have time for it. I really don't. I'm tired. I saw that reality and that shook me to the core. I can do that on my own. I don't need to be doing these fucking videos. I didn't want to do this shit. It's going to take a calm day. You know, we had a breakthrough. We found a major breakthrough with this wetback bitch. And do something about her. I'm being told I can't even drink my kombucha here. Took one sip of fucking fermented fruit drink. It was a smoothie. And that bitch jumped on it to attack. Even when I had a higher to higher self, they weren't doing shit to help. They would see me suffering with this bitch and just do the basic rudimental minimum, which is to keep you alive. Meanwhile, motherfuckers who aren't as spiritually powerful, who don't have the ancestral spiritual lineage that I got, Isis, Bear, Samity, motherfuckers are more physical and powerful, and I'm almost at their, I don't want to say beck and call. You know, I don't like my powers being given to other motherfuckers. 446 Hertz can give you your power back. I remember they had a gentleman that came on here who spoke about get your motherfucking power back. I'm listening to all this shit. Dude, you can't do that. There's other ways to solve it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm getting tired of it. Because it's unnecessary. I do videos talking about this every single fucking day. A video that counts when I finally get back in my body, even if it's cloned, it's still mine. All that shit is mine. I'm being made to deal with them. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with the Catherine motherfuckers. I heard they come from a timeline where they had war. You know, I saw I'm not fully in my body. Going back to May the 1st, 2024 with this garbage. Named Dan or Cienega or some shit like that. And then this wetback bitch comes in through him and starts advantage. Telling me, you download this, don't do that, take it off. And they come from a timeline where the Illuminati rules their minds. They don't want to kill our black, quote unquote, mayate asses, but at the same time, they come from timeline, and I see it. You know, I know I'm in a different reality. Look at Madonna's nose and shit. I even looked like the bitch when I was young. Which from what I understand is evidence of a soul tie. She took parts of my Hike so she could become powerful. She made some deal with the demiurge, through her demiurge, to be able to steal people blessings so she won't end up in the hell realm by taking the worst life soul contract package that you could imagine. Which was you prostitute for the Illuminati, you ain't gonna go anywhere, so she can use that as justification to steal people's shit. Very smart. I heard mine is very smart at inception. Should not listen to this shit. Talking about a good video. Because this shit's dangerous. You get hurt. Very, very significant shit in the spirit plane. With that being said, I see comments online where it's just like motherfuckers, can't see their fucking nose. Like, how do I say it? Oh, if a woman wearing this, then that means that they deserve to get raped. No, it's like there's no nuances in terms of not just self-awareness, but empathy. That's where they come from. They function totally on the reptilian mind. What I understand, the Illuminati use 1248 hertz to feed them, set it up like that for them. I'm dealing with entity attachments from different timelines and very despotic. That's very insanity place. So I'm still alive, but he could have done a lot better. After May the 1st, 2024. With that being said, they come from that. They had a problem with my walking around topless or some stupid shit. And sold me the Santa Muerte, and this other motherfucker here, I heard did the fucking sold me as a sacrifice to something and was been boasting about it. Again, like Danzig said, if you want to find hell with me, I'll show you what it's like. I got shit on me that will soul swap you, put you in a different time. You don't want that. But I know the reality of what's going on. With that being said, I'm not in no fucking place. I will defend myself. I will knock you the fuck out. Shit. One point I was able to pick up 40 like that. Back when I lived in Miracle Mile. I ain't in a good place. I'm in a really fucked up, and I feel I'm more frustrated because I feel it's easy to resolve. There's no soul contracts. I can easily be put back in my body. I don't have to be here. It's just a calamity of errors, of loquacious, lackadaisical, lazy motherfuckers who don't want to do their spiritual jobs and want to heave the shit on you and have you go through it. And some of them are fucking curses to begin with. So that's a problem. But my original spirit team, they did the bare minimum, kept me in these timelines out of my timeline, which is depressing to hear that your past selves and your past spiritual protection don't see any familiarity with you and don't want to defend you, like reject you. You on your own. It's your foot. We can't do anything. Like, I heard if I would have kept wearing the frankincense and myrrh, that's what this shit is like, I would have been written off for that. Why do that when somebody is taking the requisite necessary precautions to spiritually protect themselves? You ain't going. I don't get that. I really don't fucking get that. This is fucking disgusting. I remember taking a sleeping pill when I stayed in the mental hospital when I had nowhere to go. And seeing Baron Samity and a couple other motherfuckers, this Maria Tavares, Santa Huerta, and all that, they remember fleeced from me while I'm fucking asleep. Partition my astral body parts. So I can't even take a sleeping pill to get a good night's fucking rest. And I'm being told, don't say that. Stop setting me up for failure and to be seen as a fucking comedy hour. Unless I don't wake up, I don't feel it's necessary. And this is a situation where on a couple of occasions that's happened, where I almost didn't wake up. I got other motherfuckers, what's coming in to feel voice I didn't give my permission for. And I'm seeing this reality where my star, my brightness, my greatness is being funneled. And I'm being put into this sadistic ass. It ain't the worst of the worst, like I say in many timelines. I'm living in a fucking tent. Aside from homeless shelters, that's depressing. And it's almost enough. You know, regular what they consoling won't do. It's enough. You know, I feel hopeless, but I know I'm not down and out. You know, they frequency and all they ain't supposed to do it. So I'm saying, I'm just speaking my piece. I don't have time for it. I just don't. I'm done with all of this shit. Because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated at the inanity of it. I'm frustrated that my higher to highest selves wasn't doing enough. The one who went to bat the most was a mother, Jewish grandmother as well, Ashkenazi. She went to bat. I saw parts of her petition by Madonna Ciccione, and from what I understand, her higher self is named Lourdes, or Lordiana Urantia, some shit like that. Her that's supposed to don't think so. Her daughter's very, very pretty. Very, very pretty young lady. I just feel, you know, I want to experiment because of this situation with teleportation. 808 hertz can get you back in your body, 1524 hertz. But there's something about adding as many zeros at the end and the beginning as possible that can enhance that for the 808 hertz. Something about she's trying to move me out my original timeline. I want this woman out my energy body, out my timelines. The Illuminati out as well. You know, going back to when I was young, I used to have astral visions of me and a bunch of other kids meeting Jay-Z backstage. Turns out it was the rapist of our blessings. This was back in 91, home up until 1997. I remember Big Pimpin'. I was there 13 years old. I wasn't into that type of music. I was more into Nirvana and all that shit. And, you know, industrial rock, anger, you know, what they call it, grunge. Moody ass, despondent rock. Kurt Cobain. He's actually, I heard when this curse first happened, he's actually in the roach realm. Look up his date of birth and all of that. And they got him fetching people in the spirit plane. Fetching souls to pole. You know, they have a famous saying in the spirit plane. If you see a celebrity and you ain't nobody, like you're not famous in the material realm's paradigm to, you know, come and fetch you in the afterlife to take you somewhere, them motherfuckers going to take you to a hell realm. Don't trust them. Heard the same thing about Michael Jackson. The Illuminati put him there because his Cometian ancestors who are over all of that shit, but they don't fuck with no Illuminati. But the Illuminati, I heard this is why this whole thing with ISIS is happening. Also the soul swapping, they're not supposed to be doing. Anyways, not supposed to be allowing it. Anyways, from what I understand, The problem, this was told by something. Don't say something because it's true and fuck you. They're torturing them. It's because they want to bring the next TK who's connected to the Egyptian under their control. And Michael Jackson has no way of reaching them because they've totally cut them off from the ancient Commissions. Isis, Anubis, Ra, who I had helping out. Anubis. I'm tired of it. You know, I had a few motherfuckers, Anubis, Pazuzu, you know, say quietly, we gonna do this, but we gonna wait till you sleep. We gonna do what your fucking spirit team ain't doing by you. Your situation is fucked up, but you ain't got no soul contract. Shouldn't have been soul swapped. Shouldn't have even went through. It's because of a corrupt personal God. We all have personal gods that's connected to the main one, whose real name I know. Who wants to block shit. And I heard in another timeline where, you know, even in timelines where I did what I was supposed to do spiritually, they say don't get into spirituality. Go to De La Salle, you ain't getting into that. You're going to have white boys galore around you. You're going to be happy. I heard in that timeline I actually gave money to Xavier in New Orleans, you know, just to show I'm not in that body. They all do that as a ritual that they're not in that body when they take that person over. I'm just thinking about how I've seen sad videos of Kodak Black when he first got back. You know, that guy, you know, I heard he was straight up like homeless. In alternate reality, they placed him, his real self, out of body. It was, you know, he had like a starving, survival, animalistic look in his eyes when he cussed one of the fucking reporters out.
And good evening. Off the top at 11 and only on Local 10 News, our news crew coming under attack by Kodak Black just moments after he walked out of jail.
The rapper hurled rocks and threats. Could this bad behavior land him back behind bars? Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live in Fort Lauderdale with the exclusive. Rosh.
Nicole, and these rocks hit my photographer right in the ribs. This was serious. You know, it is very usual in our profession to interview people coming out of jail, especially noteworthy people. What is unusual is what happened today. Rocks being thrown and threats being hurled. Don't throw anything at our camera. Kodak Black. Don't throw anything at our camera.
Rush, call the cops, call the
Just
cops.
out of jail.
That's when you wake the Kodak bell up. I've been hibernating, chilling, bro.
He has been chilling in jail since December, but he accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to a technical violation of his probation. The judge sentenced him to time served. And Kodak's been in custody since Plantation police reportedly found him passed out in a Bentley with drugs on him. You want to punch me?
I ain't standing you, homie. I ain't standing you, homie.
Okay, I'm not going to back down from you, Kodak.
When?
I'm not going to back down from you.
My son about to be born in less than 48 hours. I ain't worried about y'all, homie.
After throwing rocks at our photographer. And look at that again. I wanted to get your side and say hello to you, and you threatened to punch me.
I did.
Threatening to punch me. Don't threaten to punch me again. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying? You want me to call the cops on you right now, Kodak?
You know what I mean?
You want to threaten to punch me again on camera?
This how I'm living, how I'm living. It ain't nothing like you seen on BET.
Kodak sings his way out of jail.
All right.
Just like that, he's gone. But the damage, done. As you saw there, a truly bizarre situation. Once again, my photographer being hit in the ribs by those rocks, and he's simply doing his job to bring all of you at home these images, trying to get Kodak Black to explain he's a public figure, what it was like being in jail the last couple of months. And one final note tonight, if you are curious, you heard my photographer Brian Murphy say, call the police, call the cops. Fort Lauderdale police were called, a police report was filed, and we'll keep you updated. We're live tonight in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
And by the way, we're not black. How about that? We're not black, nigga. We're Indian.
Do you take back any of the anti-Semitic stuff you might have said?
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out until you do your facts. Until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all pull into the schools and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
I mean, just like calling DEFCON on Jews and that sort. Like, do you take back any of that sort of more extreme stuff?
You know what? For all the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear a grown-up conversation with us screaming at each other. But we got to a point where something needed to happen. Something needed to be said. Somebody needed to say something. Now, if you're in an argument with somebody, you're not going to say everything the right way. But it got to a point where y'all ain't going to just keep running, start calling me bizarre and press for all these years. I got to a point, how many more times y'all going to call me crazy? How many more times y'all going to give me fake medication that makes me fat off of a misdiagnosis when I really have slight signs of autism from the car accident? But then y'all gave me, you say, whatever, just give them that bipolar medication. Y'all try to kill the superheroes. But we here, we alive.
And they keep putting this bitch in my August of 22nd, 2022 timelines. May the 1st, 2024 timeline. She took some timelines from me that connects me back to the world of the living. Like I said, I've been living in people's consciousnesses from what I've seen. Saw the Grim Reaper's reflection 2 weeks later. I kept seeing signs of Santa Muerte and shit saying you dead or some shit like that. And I'm told if I say that, use 694, 695 hertz frequency because they doing something to block people from seeing what the fuck is going on. I don't have time for it. That's why I'm just speaking the truth. They got her Archangel Michael acting as mine. It's just, the whole thing is fucking ridiculous. You know, it's like, take care of this shit. Don't be doing this shit during the motherfucking day. While I'm fucking awake and doing all this torturous ass shit for me to physically feel. So I go through hell just to get my shit back, which is exactly what the fuck is going on. I don't care. I heard in timelines where, so I know I got soul swap. You know, Kanye West got soul swap. His connection to God, his high selves are fucking like dwarves. They're not out of sight. They're not, I don't want to say eponymous, but ubiquitous like they should be. They're too accessible for me. That means I'm out of my body. That's confirmation right there, even more so. The whole thing is just fucking ridiculous. Constantly having your shit stolen. It's depressing. Then you have this evil ass bitch coming in, trying to fucking negate it so she can get shit from the Illuminati. And torture the fuck out of your parents so she can get money. Because they black. And she just sees us as disposable. Your shit's real. If you don't believe me, you laugh. I can share that with you. I can put this shit on you. You don't want it. That's why I heard the alternate timeline where Kanye West would go to tarot readers. Like, try to do with them people at 8704 Broadway. If I say something about saying Archangel Michael, then they have a problem. And you know what's weird? Going back months before, I couldn't find them online. They got reviews and everything. I'm told people don't like to go anywhere near him because he got something fucking evil on him. That's the case with me. When you get soul swapped, that's the most evil fucking act to have done to you. Especially if it's without your permission. And I heard in the record business, you know, the person stole my shit, Ashley Terrell. I noticed that what was originally my soul consciousness is missing early this morning. You can use 1714 hertz with that many zeros at the end, beginning as possible. 1715 hertz, 295 hertz, 295 combined with 695 hertz. I heard from even malevolent motherfuckers with curse on me. That's an extremely malevolent entity to have on you. That bitch's highest self as well as her. And I saw her timelines for Larchmont, working in Larchmont Village. Kept referencing Dochi. She did that dumbass video. She another one that ain't in her body. Mom was supposed to be reptilian or some shit. She annoys me because she took a great fucking song and just... But that's not her. And what I heard, she's surrounded by dicks and all that shit. MK Ultra type shit. They took her because her mom was a reptilian. Anyways, this Maria Cassandra Nunez's timeline started at Larchmont Village. Near Koreatown in my old neighborhood, Miracle Mile, where she works as a maid, where she was on Univision going back to that May the 1st, 2024 timeline. She stole timelines that me and my little spirit guide made so we can get somewhere. I'm frustrated by the whole fucking thing. I heard she say, I don't care where I'm getting all of this from. And I heard I got cursed by them people over there so that they could take a lot of my shit. Namely her. And she holding all the fucking cards in my consciousness because I got a lazy ass spirit team. They talking about we get woked out of our seats. How you let somebody steal your shit? How you don't? How do y'all? Reason why some other motherfuckers got to stand in is because they're still alive in their timelines. They're corporal. I'm not. You know, I saw it the day after May the 1st, 2024. I got wires. If I wasn't connected to certain timelines, I would be fucking flying like they do in the astral plane. I'm not fully corporal. My vision almost got like that a couple of days ago. It starts at Larchmont Village, her timelines. Saw Casamigos as well, but Larchmont Village. With that being said, I'm tired of it. I don't like this whole situation. I don't like people feeding on me. I don't like additional people's higher selves coming in to fuck with me and feed off of me. I just don't want it. It's ridiculous. It's very fucking ridiculous. How motherfuckers, I don't have a soul contract with this beanbag bitch. My higher selves were based on Swedish past life. Blonde hair and blue eyes. My higher selves have blonde hair and green eyes. How does this happen? I'm having to beg my fucking personal God to put me back. How does this happen? The minute I mention that, she alters them so that they become her. Where is my highest self to fix that? I remember I had to use my third eye. She kept stealing. I just feel it's ridiculous. And she doing it so she can have a lot of control, so she can sacrifice me to the Illuminati or some shit like that. Sick bitch. Little beanbag bitch. Let's be built like beanbag refrigerators anyways. Fucking with me really, really bad right now. How somebody take you out your seat for you to not do what the fuck you supposed to be doing? I may be dead from what I'm hearing. I keep hearing her say I want her to stay dead. Something ain't right. It's an preponderance of evidence. I want her to stay in hell realm so I could take from her. This bitch talk about nigga in my yate. You know, I heard in that timeline people been going over their fucking high ass up spiritually and physically. Or trying. Many blacks. They can bury some of these body parts and shit, the original, they actually lived in like Santa. How we let a topa? I wish my fucking spirit team would do their fucking jobs.